So am I. But you know what? I just saw Dia walk out of the interview room and trust me, she was all smiling. इतना भी बुरा नहीं हो सकता यार, ठीक है, मैनेज किया.
Mr. Bhatnagar?
Yes.
You're next. Please come in.
This is it. Chalo.
All the best.
Thank you very much. My bag is over.
Don't worry.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good
Good evening, sir.
Hi Nihal, please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Did you actually notice how careful he was while seating himself? It's important for you to introduce yourself well, to maintain eye contact, and to carry yourself with confidence. Needless to say, your first impressions go a long way indeed.
See, guys, it's not just about dressing for the occasion, it's also dress for the job that you want, okay? So, you need to put in a little bit of effort. Elegant, sophisticated, ready for the professional world.
So Nihal, I see you have some varied interests. Can you tell us more about yourself?
Well, ma'am, first of all, I belong to this city. I've lived here all my life, except for law school. My father has a law degree, but does not practice law. He always wanted to become a marketing man. My mother is a businesswoman, and I have a younger sister who is a budding psychiatrist.
Interesting. So, Nihal, why did you choose to study the law then, given your varied interests?
Possibly one of the most unorthodox reasons. I am an amateur musician. I think one of the biggest passions in my life has been music. I also always felt that music and the law would be two things that would go very strongly together. Along with that, whilst I've grown up in a very free-minded and very independent atmosphere, where my family always supported what I wanted to do and never put any pressures on us. I always wanted a professional degree, and what better to club my passion with what my hopeful profession would be.
People on the other side of the desk always want to get to know you better. So, be honest about who you are, what your ambitions are, and the reasons for the choices you've made. But that being said, try and avoid saying things like, I did it because I had no other choice, or that was the only thing left for me to do.
Yes, and please remember that mentioning things like, I love reading, I love arguing, are reflective of the fact that you do not understand the actual requirements of the profession. The profession requires you to have analytical skills, attention to detail, and a keen sense of curiosity. So be honest, but also remember to do your research well. So what areas of the law really interest you and why?
Once again, bringing up my interest in the performing arts, I think IPR laws have been one of the biggest factors of interest for me. In fact, possibly one of the reasons that I am looking forward to working with this firm is that the recent judgment with the big media house that came out, and which, of course, it's no secret where the firm was involved. That was a case I really followed really closely, and it was something that really made me eager to learn more under the guidance of the people there.
Reminds me of Ashish, yeah?
See what he did back there? That was good. If you mention an area of interest, ensure that it is in line with the profile or the job you're applying for. And if you've done your research well, you definitely know what the organization's strengths are. So please highlight them during the conversation. It will not only show that you care and are paying attention to the organization, but also help you fetch those brownie points during the interview. So would you like to have some tea or coffee?
Thank you, sir. I'm fine.
So Nihal, given that we're looking to fill up the position within the IPR vertical, let's talk a bit about that. And what's your take on net neutrality?
Definitely, I think one of the hottest topics on media around, and possibly one of the things that is gaining popularity for the wrong reasons, I feel, is because a lot of information, according to me, has been hidden. A lot of people have not really understood the concept of net neutrality as yet. I feel that internet as a universe, as a whole, needs to be equal for everyone. It is an access to information, and I do not think that people must be discriminated on the fact of what content they can access or cannot. I feel it's a very restrictive factor in what should be a technologically advanced nation.
So you think it's a matter of discrimination. Interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah. Would you tell me a little more about what you think your strengths and weaknesses are?
To be very honest, I think, ma'am, I'm a little tenacious. I'm too. I don't know how to say this without sounding braggy, but I'm very goal oriented. I will work and work till the time that what I'm set to achieve, I have achieved. Problem lies in there that during that, because you see so far ahead in the future, certain things in the middle do tend to get ignored, and sometimes I tend to overgo the process in order to achieve the result. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it.
You know what is the most important thing in an interview? You need to communicate effectively. So speak slowly and calmly, and ensure that you use the right tone, pitch, and language. You may be very comfortable during an interview, but you cannot become casual and use slang words. That question was a tricky one. So, it is a poor practice to brag about yourself and to oversell yourself, but it is a poorer practice to undermine yourself or devaluate yourself. So you saw what he did back there? He gave an answer and substantiated it with an example. That is what you need to do. So coming back to one of the important questions, which I think be an important facet for us to really understand. Can a one-person company operate within the media space?
I'm afraid, sir, I do not know the answer to that. But if you would like, I would love to research on it and send you a note after this.
Sounds good, Neha.
That's
Sounds good, yeah.
That's fine.
Often, interviewers ask really difficult questions or questions that seem impossible to answer. But you know, they're not really looking for a perfect answer. They're simply looking for your chain of thought and how you would basically handle a difficult situation. So don't lie, be honest, and tell them that you would get back to them after a day or two. That really shows diligence and commitment.
Let's be real here. No one knows everything that there is to know about every law. It's not possible. And frankly, that is not what even every employer is looking at. For any prospective employer, it is important to have good learners on the team, people who have critical skills such as research and are smart enough to figure out information from the right sources. So focus on that. Well, I think we've covered fair ground here. Do you have any questions for us?
Nothing, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Nihal. Have a good day.
Thank you. Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you, Nihal.
Sir.
I'll be in touch.
Not too bad actually.
Really?
Much better than what I expected. I think they're expecting you actually.
Seriously?
Ms. Shadawat, you are next. Please come in.
All the best. I'll see you at the cafe.
Please have a seat, Devika.
Hi Devika, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So, Devika, as far as I see from your CV, lot of sports. So, tell me more about that. Relax, Devika. You know, actually, in my first interview, the interviewer just popped the question about, so Nandini, tell me more about the football you played. Because I did play some football in my college days.
I see.
And I was quite taken aback. So, but go ahead, more about you. Tell
Okay,
us.
so with respect to sports, ma'am, to be more particular rather, it's the passion has been with respect to yoga. I really enjoy practicing yoga. And where it started, so I've grown up in a family where I've seen my paternal grandmother and my mother practice yoga regularly every morning, and the memory dates back all the way to, let's say, I was 4 years of age. Something which started off at such an early age as a kid with a mindless imitation of some fancy postures that I saw those two ladies do. It's something that became a lot more serious and something that I began to realize the benefits of on my body and mind only when I was, let's say, a teenager, and I personally experienced it. And it was just last year or a year and a half back that I took it one step further and I got myself a certificate course in yoga and became a teacher. So I do take classes on and off.
So can you do a headstand?
Yeah, in fact, a step more than headstand.
Wow. So Devika, tell us, why did you then choose to study the law?
So everybody in my family, ma'am is a lawyer. My father, my mother, all lawyer in the sense all of them have studied law, to be more precise. My sister and both my parents. But nobody really is practicing the profession in absolutely any way. So I decided that after graduating in law, I would want to make a career out of it and not just finish it with a degree like my parents and my sister.
So you actually feel that there is some linkage between the law and your passion, yoga?
So how I see it, I think it's only this year that specifically talking about yoga as a discipline that people have started to take it really seriously, and it's the first time that we saw this year celebrate the first ever International Yoga Day, which proves how people have started to look at it from a different dimension altogether. And I think it's not just about yoga, we have multiple disciplines in the whole fitness and health industry that are mushrooming on daily basis. As more of such avenues keep opening up, we'll need each of them to be regulated by laws. So as fitness and sports is something that I'm really passionate about, and law is something that I've graduated in, I see sports law as one discipline which can sort of align my passion with my profession.
That's a very interesting thing.
That's very interesting. When going through your CV, interviewers seek the most interesting aspects. So be prepared, make sure you know your CV in and out, and make sure you're able to answer everything thoroughly. Devika, I see from your CV that you completed a 2-week internship with On The Move in Mumbai. But as far as I recall, they require a minimum 2-month period for internships. So what happened there?
So ma'am, I'll tell you what happened. Actually, I had gone all the way to Bombay especially to undertake this internship. It was supposed to be a 2-month internship. Started off pretty well, and it was my first time in Bombay. And I was staying in Navi Mumbai and the office was in Colaba. As you must have noticed in my CV also, the internship began sometime in the month of June during the monsoons in 2013. And every day commuting all the way from Navi Mumbai till Colaba during rainy season became absolutely impossible. Something that I didn't really predict back then when I had undertaken the internship, and it became unsustainable for me. So in fact, I tried to look for an accommodation somewhere in and around South Bombay itself. Didn't work out. So I had to terminate it prematurely.
Accommodation in Bombay is quite difficult.
Your CV is a reflection of you in text. So be prepared to answer some uncomfortable questions that may be posed to you, because that is what an interviewer is going to see in your profile. At the end of the day, you need to remember that you cannot criticize people or previous organizations, or say even reveal client names, because that's a clear breach of confidentiality and will reflect poorly on you. So be honest about foreclosure of internships or for the loss of a year. Honesty is really the best policy, as Devika here for sure knows.
But I think we've had a good conversation.
Yeah. But Devika, do you have any questions for us?
Ma'am, actually, I just wanted to know if you have a policy regarding publication of research by your associates. I did come across a few articles in the news where the publication was in the name of the firm itself. So I was just wondering if there's a policy which allows the employees or the associates to publish their own articles or research in their own name.
Good question, Devika. Actually, we encourage everybody in the organization to stay connected with the academic world. I think it's quite important, and in fact we do encourage our employees to write and publish in their own names. In fact, we should promote it further, I think, within the organization. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. But time ka hai.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, thank you for coming in, Devika. We'll be in touch.
Thanks, Devika.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I mean, what happened to the kids that you were talking to the other day?
अरे वो इंटरव्यू वाले हाँ यार, I think they had interviews yesterday or today.
You know, interview is the most difficult part of the process. They should also strategize on following up. It's not with interview, it just doesn't come to an end.
You know what, after all, no matter how many times you tell them, it becomes a little difficult to remind yourself that every interview is a learning process. I mean, whether you get the position eventually or not. Always good to learn from the experience now.
Also, all the mistakes that you make, you should be careful not to repeat them in your next interview. You should learn from each, mistake that you commit. The most important thing is, I can totally understand the feeling when you don't
Not
know
know, yeah.
something. That's
Man,
going to be
that's
like,
just
that's a
really-
very terrible feeling.
Oh, talk of timing. I just got an email, from Devika. Dear Gargiti,
Oh.
thank you so much for your help. Nihal and I just finished our interviews. I think it went well. I hope I get selected. They seem like really nice people. I mean, yeah, okay, at interviews. I think I will call them up tomorrow morning to find out.
Well, that sounds positive. Such an enthu cutlet.
Yeah, but I hope she doesn't really call them tomorrow. You know what? Let me just write out a quick note and respond to her.
Let's hope this works well for them. They're such bright and young and like full enthusiastic young lawyers.
Man, they all come out from law colleges these days with more and more skills than what we had when we went through it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I hope they've absorbed a lot of what we did in our conversations. And I hope they're able to recall that and learn from all of it. I mean, after all, learning is a lifelong experience, right?
And yes, the path is the goal.